Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness, today is time for early fall decorating with me. Um, as we can see already, my cat. Halloween comes around and he's always a part of my Halloween decor. But I do feel a lot like him today. I wish I could just lay still and just enjoy the day, wag my tail. Looks like he's coming to life. But Hudson, you're gonna have to move, buddy. I gotta come in there and vacuum. So yeah, today, didn't mean to zoom in. Today, we're going to take my unfinished room. Guys, remember this room is still a work in progress, but I still haven't gotten my bed frame yet. I haven't found quite the one I need to fit the budget. Um, Sorry, I had to cut that. Okay, so I'm gonna start by, well, the floors actually need to be polished, like really cleaned, mopped really well. I don't think I'm gonna do all that today though. I'm just gonna use my Swiffer, and I'm going to vacuum my floor because yeah, Mr. Kitty here, Hudson loves to lay right there, and so it doesn't look as clean as it should. So I'm going to be adding a few of the fall pieces that I have collected. Um, I think I started collecting it in at the end of July. Some of the things I really wish I would have gotten more of when it was there at Home Sense, but I wasn't sure if I was going to love the color. But what I did collect, oh my gosh, I want to use those colors throughout the house. So I may have to run out and see if I would be lucky enough to find those items again. I have a big feeling that it's pretty much too late, but you don't know if you don't try. So, with that said, I'm going to go gather a lot of the pieces. Like some of them were from last year. I didn't get to use. I bought them, and I ended up not decorating with them. As a matter of fact, my room wasn't. I didn't even have half the stuff for my room at the time, so I didn't use it last year. But it surprises me how much I love it for this year. So, yeah. I'm going to gather everything, show you guys everything. I think I showed some of it in a previous video that I still haven't posted yet, but anyway, I'm going to be showing it again. All right, I think I'm getting in the frame a little bit of the area that I haven't gotten to yet. This house is such a big project, you guys, so just bear with me, okay? And it's taken a long time because I'm having to do it on a budget, and the budget isn't huge, so it's taken a while, which is why I still don't have my bed frame yet, because I have to choose something within a specific budget. And also, there's also some other things that I bought last year, like some florals, some stems that I didn't use last year. I didn't return them, so I'm hoping that I can incorporate them in today's video or just my fall decor videos sometime this month. So, anyway, without further ado, I'm going to start gathering the things so that I can show you what we're going to use in this space today. Okay, we're going to start in here with the haul. So, I have these pumpkins, which I think I showed yesterday. These are new. I got these from HomeSense at the end of July, like when they first started to put their fall items out. Okay, let's see next. These are some stems that I found at Walmart, which I do believe was also, um, I believe it might have been mid-August. They had these. They probably still have these in there, and it is their Mainstays brand. I can't remember how much they were. I thought it was something pretty reasonable because I was surprised when I got to the register. I think it was I think they might have been $2.50 per stem, something like that. I can't really remember. I thought it would have been on here. If I'm looking over it, maybe you guys can see it on the tag. I don't know if it's zooming in properly. Um, Also, they had these wreaths from Better Homes and Gardens that they were clearancing. I just remember I was surprised that they were clearancing them because I felt like that they could still be used even though fall's coming around. Maybe it's I don't know if it would be considered more an early fall thing or if you could, use them year round, but it looks just like my, what is the name of this tree? Oh, I have two of them outside. What is the name of this tree? Oh yeah, my magnolia tree. So this is like magnolia wreaths. I think they're really cute. I think I could be able to incorporate this some kind of way. Don't know if it's going to work in my room, but they were clearance in them, so I just grabbed all of them because they were really inexpensive. I think I got them for like $7 or something like that each. These are this color. I am looking for this color. I need some more throws in this color, but I'm having a hard time finding this color this year. I haven't really been online, but I've just been into several stores in the area, and I'm having a hard time finding this. But I'm going to put those in there. Some of this stuff I showed in a previous video, but just in case, I'll show it again. I have these that I got from Ross that I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these or not. I might just sit them in a position in there and just kind of see how they work out. And if not, they will probably go back if I don't like it. This, from last year, bought them, didn't get the opportunity to use them, but I think they're going to work out great for this year. These, the same. I bought them, $34.99 at TJ Maxx. They rarely repeat things once they sell out, but every now and then I have found some things in another year that I had seen in the store in a previous year. So kind of rare, but it does happen. These were the same. I bought these at the same time I bought those. These were Home Sense though, and they are $39.99. Y'all, I am really loving this color. I didn't think I bought it. I really bought these towards the end of fall last year, and didn't really think that I was going to keep it. I was like, I probably won't. It's too red. But yeah, for some reason, I am actually really feeling this color, and this was not far from it inside of Home Goods when I found these, and I was like, how perfect is that? So got that all last year's stuff. Next, y'all, all of my stems are last year. I don't have anything new this year yet. And looking at this, I'm not sure I'm going to need anything. I'm not sure. But all of these were Home Sense last year. And because I wasn't sure what color scheme I was actually going to go with or how I was going to set everything up, I just bought several of the two colors. Oh, don't fall. So I have those. These were also from Home Sense last year. I remember picking these up and thinking, they remind me of dogwoods. We used to have a dogwood tree when I was growing up, and I don't know if that is what these are. I'm terrible with knowing the different types of flowers, but it reminds me of the dogwood that used to be that would bloom on the dogwood tree. I have those. These right here. Yeah, I am just so surprised to be finding so much of this color. I didn't think I said I was going to be more careful about the packaging. Excuse the loudness, but they're such a nice color. They will actually look really good with the pillows that I have up there. These stems right here, this whole bunch, I remember going into Michael's around the end of February, and these were left in there. And I remember like really being attracted to, or I should say really liking these with the acorns, because it reminds me of where I grew up. And back home a long time ago, there were acorns everywhere. And I used to love to step on them and crunch them whenever I walked, but I was really young. But I got those at the end of February last year on clearance. I don't remember how much they were. And I'm not sure if they'll have them again this year. But look at these. These are really cute. I mean, I have a lot of options to choose from. I just make sure I have some nice pots to put it in. And there's one over here. I don't even know exactly what's in here, but no, get out of here. Get out of here. I was worried that I wasn't going to find anything else in that color I was looking for this year because it's so late. Oh, sorry. Considering how early everybody shops these days. But look. Thanks, Landon.
You're welcome.
Look at the color with the pillow over there. It's a little deeper, but these are the colors. I mean, I really like these colors. So yeah, it's nice, I hope. Okay. All right, on to this area. I have my hurricane lamps that I found at HomeSense, $19.99. These that I found at HomeSense for $16.99. Y'all, I love this color. Matter of fact, I have a couple of pots and things here that I may try to find spray paint so I can paint them that color because I'm having a hard time finding things this color. Y'all let me know if you guys are having a hard time finding things in this color. Found this picture. I just really loved it. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a real space for it, but we'll see. But I really liked it. I thought it was really nice. Of course, I was going to the checkout trying to run out of HomeSense one day because I was finding such good things. And then, lo and behold, these bumped right into me in the checkout line. You know how they put everything there to trap you and make you fall in love, and then you can't live without it, or you know you have a great space for it. And so I went ahead and grabbed these. I hope they have more. I may need to go to Home Goods to see if they have any. But I found these like probably a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks, and even if Home Goods did have, I'm sure they're probably gone. I have two of these, and I cannot find out where I put the other one. I've been doing some of my shopping, and I've been stuffing them in places where they would be kind of out of the way, and yeah, I think I've lost one. And I really like this. I need that color in my life. And then here, I found these because I wanted to use these in my bedroom because I'm going to try to use some gold accents in there to kind of break up the wood. We'll see how that works. Here are a couple little Dollar Tree pumpkins that I found at the end of July, and I just grabbed them. I'm not sure if I'm gonna even. Well, I don't think they'll have a place in my room, but maybe somewhere else. And then finally, I have all of my candles that I have found at HomeSense that I really, really like because I'm so in love again with these. I never really stopped loving these colors, but I'm just happy that now it's so much more. I can find it so much more easily. Because it was a theme of mine back in 2008, 2009, where I used these colors. It was like the deep browns, the creams, deep sage, and even like an emerald, I think, green. I think people were calling them jewel tones back then, and I had no clue that they were considered jewel tones because I thought they were earth tones actually because they were so earthy and rich in all these colors. But yeah, that was when I actually, I can show that picture again. It was my inspiration piece. But anyway, and then these are the other candles. And I picked them up because of because of the aesthetic, the color and everything. But they actually smell really good. Actually, I have a hard time saying the word actually. It comes out too fast, so it sounds like I'm saying actually, and it drives me crazy. So if you guys see me stumbling over words and repeating, that's the reason I'm doing it. But anyway, once again, as far as 2009 goes, this was the picture that inspired my whole house in 2009. Let's see if I can turn on some light to see if it gets any brighter. But this is the picture, and had all of these are like my favorite colors. And so I'm seeing them all over the place again. But I had it infused with like, you can see some of that green in there. It was like deep, rich greens. I said emerald, but I'm not even sure if that was just like a deep, deep sage or maybe a forest or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I'm going to try to reincorporate this nice dark wood frame. I'm hoping it won't be too busy in the space, but the only way to know is to try. So, somebody's beeping in there. All right, well, here we go. Okay, I just finished giving my carpet a good vacuum. By the way, this rug I found at Ross. I found it at Ross, and I was tickled at how, I don't know if you can see the shapes inside of the rug, but they mimic the same shape that is in the console over there. And I didn't even really know that until one day my daughter came in here and said, Mom, it looks just like the shape that is on the console. But yeah, it's really, really soft. I'm not sure how long it's going to last. It feels really soft. I've had it here for several months now. And so far, so good. It was $144. I do remember that, which I was kind of surprised. I shop at those stores so much that I can see the what do you call it? The inflation. I can see the inflation because this rug would have been $99. Most of their rugs are usually $99. Anyway, so I got all that done, and I wanted to say this. I wanted to show you guys this. Y'all, I apologize for the lighting. It's dark here, and I don't have my, I don't know whether I'm getting a nice ceiling fan or if I'm going to get a really beautiful light fixture, but I don't have either one up there. So, and I don't have recessed lighting in this room, which baffles me. I don't know why the builder did that. But anyway, I just wanted to show this vacuum cleaner. Now, I've had a few of these because when I lived in Maryland, I had three. Because I had 3 levels to my house, and you guys, I could never remember the vacuum cleaner from one floor to the next. So I just bought 3 of them. I had one in my basement, one on the first floor, and one on the second floor. But I love these guys so much because they are so inexpensive. I was doing research on vacuum cleaners, and the suction is amazing. It can be filled to the brim here, and it will not stop sucking. So it is, what is it? It's the Bissell. I was going to call it a Hoover, but it's the Bissell Clean View Swivel Pet. I had done research on vacuum cleaners about 3 years ago, and had a specific budget at the time, and they were just raving. And I think they said that this one had been viral at one moment. I don't know, because of it, and it has all these cool attachments that normally wouldn't come with a vacuum cleaner. And I think this vacuum cleaner was only like $103 or something like that, 107. It was really inexpensive. I'm not sure if they still make it, but I had 3 in Maryland, which is in a pod somewhere, because I still have a pod packed with pods that needs to be delivered. But they are in there, and I bought another one when I moved here because I liked it so much. So if you have a specific budget and you need a vacuum cleaner, and you just don't have a lot to spend, consider this one. I mean, of course it has its flaws. For $103, it's not going to be perfect, but if you don't have a huge budget for an expensive vacuum cleaner, like I've had 2 Dysons, and they were fine and everything, but for the price of this one is good also. Or if you are very frugal with your money, whether even if you do have a big budget, but you're very frugal and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on a vacuum cleaner, but you would like one that gets the job done, because you'd like to invest or save your money elsewhere, then I'm telling you, I've been pleased with this one. Like I said, it's not perfect, so it it has its flaws, but for the price, the suction, what it gives to you, I think it's worth a try, especially if you are on a strict budget. So, anyway, my husband's a little frugal, so I just kind of was like, okay, well, let me just try this guy, and so far so good. I may upgrade a little bit later though. I've had these for a long time, but anyway, moving on, moving on. Okay, guys, moving right along. I need to dust, and so I found these cloths that are so very nice. These are so nice, and I found these at Home Sense also. But I tell you can find a lot at Home Sense. So I'm going to be using this to um, dust my wood surfaces in the bedroom. Here we go. Here we go. To these wood surfaces. Something that I should do that I forgot to do is I forgot to light my candles. That would actually make everything feel a little bit more warm. And realistically, um, I'm actually going to change these guys out too. I always have to keep a coaster by my bed because when I'm laying here, I have something that I'm drinking on that's either going to be hot or condensating. So, yeah. Okay. Let's go here to this table. I really like this table. It was a Better Homes and Gardens find, and it was it was a good price too. I can't remember exactly. I want to say it was $135, something like that, something in that ballpark. But I said in a previous video also, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it right here. I thought it would be great in this little conversation space, but I'm not sure if I need it to be something a little bit taller or if that works. I don't know. I wanted to keep this little space here because it's so great when we get up in the morning and we just want to have like a cup of coffee or something and um, to see the outdoors. Usually there's like lots of little animals out there. I've seen deer here lately. And then we have the herons that fly in. There's a white heron, there's a blue heron, which is why I got this. I do believe that this is supposed to be a heron. I love this thing, and I'm going to try to figure out how to incorporate it into my fall decor also. Don't know how, because they actually remind me of spring and summer. Um, but there's a pot. I mean, this whole landscaping really needs to be redone. It is so hard for us to find people here in Florida. No, I am not kidding. No matter who I call, they say they're going to come by and they don't come. They will set a time and a date and nobody comes to do the job. It's crazy. It's not just me though. My neighbors have been complaining about the same thing, and a lot of them end up doing it themselves. Yeah, I don't know what is up with that. But anyway, the previous owner had lots of plants and in these pots. She had some huge pots like that, you guys, and they are not really my style. So my husband and I dumped them. They were so massive and huge. We dumped everything out of them and set them on our curb. And I kid you not, like we walked into the house and walked back out a few minutes later and they were gone. Like just I don't know how anybody picked them up that fast because they were massive and they were just heavy. But obviously, I gave away some. I must not know the value of them. I did Google it, and I saw some of them that were over like $1,000, and so I felt a little like Boo Boo the Fool because I probably could have put those on like Facebook Marketplace or something and sold them. But anyway, they blessed somebody, and this is the last one, and this one's small, so I still don't love it, but just because I know how much other people love them and that they could have value, maybe I will find a way to incorporate them. My daughter loves stuff like this. My daughter has a really I don't want to say old style. She's 24, but I swear my baby's an old soul. She loves a lot of vintage things, just old. She always has, even when she was little, even before it was a thing. She was like that, before people were thrifting like crazy and everything. Some of us have always thrifted though, because we grew up where we had no other choice but to thrift, and so. But anyway, she didn't have to thrift as a child, but I just absolutely loved it. So sorry for keeping it. I said I wasn't going to keep things focused on one space for a long period of time, but I start yapping and bam, we're there. So anyway, I said all that to say this area. So I'm trying to figure out how to make it nice and cozy. I don't know if I want to. I thought about actually, I hate that word, putting the console over here and then putting the chairs over there, and then putting I need to find a place for my TV because I really want a bookshelf over here. Yeah, this is not what this video is supposed to be about. Okay, let me try to stay focused. So yeah, I'm just dusting everything down, giving it a good dusting so that my ledge needs to be dusted. I need to finish painting here. That's gonna be another time. As a matter of fact, I need to finish painting this whole wall right here. It needs a second coat. Everything else had its coat. This one needs another coat. So I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Yeah. So let me finish dusting. Yeah, I honestly don't know what we're breathing in this house because I'm gonna have to invest in a few air purifiers. I think because the level of dust that's in this house, I've never seen it anywhere before, not in any of our homes that we've ever owned. And I don't know if it's because this one is an older home or if it's something about being in Florida, but I don't remember. The home we had when we lived here in, when did we build our home here? 2001, I think. We either built it in 99 or 2001. And I don't remember any dust like this in that house here in Florida. So I don't know if it's where we live. I don't know if it's because we have so much new construction. I don't know. But whatever it is not good. And I fear for what the air quality might be like in my house. I'm going to have to figure that out. Okay. All right. So I have some things over here. Well, not the cat scratcher. I have to put this here. So y'all, these little kitty scratchers, I don't know if you guys know if you're new to having cats and they are scratching up all your furniture or something. I have bought a number of the scratching posts and I'll place them in their favorite areas to scratch. And I found, at least with my kitties, if you put the scratchers in the areas where they love to scratch, they will scratch the post and not your furniture. Now, some people I know say their cats give don't give a care about a scratching post. They prefer to scratch the carpets up or the couches, and I believe it because occasionally my cats will get a little froggy and jump, even though they have the post there. But for the most part, they stick with the post. And then I don't invest in like really expensive furniture specifically for that reason. It's kind of something that I knew I'd have to give up to have cats that I don't want to declaw, and I would not ever declaw them because their claws are literally their only self-defense. And if they ever get out, which a lot of cats around here are always coming up missing, but if they ever get out, they can't defend themselves if their claws are gone. So I don't believe in declawing them. And so I just deal with the disastrous scratch here and there. These curtains that I got from Amazon, um, one of my cats won't touch them, but one of them, Jaxie, my orange one with his crazy self, he's always messing up my curtains. He snags them. There's something about these though, the looping, the way that they are. He hasn't scratched them to a point where I can't like, maybe pull it, tug it like this, and rub it a little bit, and it just goes back into place. So I really like these. They're very lightweight, and I think I may just keep these for. I may just keep these for the fall also. Yeah, don't look at this antenna my husband put here because when I tell you guys my husband is frugal, I said let's just get cable. He was like, no, no, I'm happy we'll get Roku. And I'm like, well, with Roku, I'm not getting my local channels like I want them. He was like, I will get you an antenna. We can get all these extra channels. And you know what? He was not lying. I mean, I can get a lot of channels, but I don't appreciate that when he placed it in, he was like, well, this is the only way I could get reception. And I'm like, nope, you're going to have to figure that out. So he's going to have to take that out. Okay, yeah, I'm going back to the decorating portion. This is going to be another long, yeah, I don't know how to not do a long video. Oh, I will say this too. This is one of the pots. So I got this one from Ross and I really like it. I love the texture of it, but and I love the color too. But I have a lot of creams, and like I said, that dark deep espresso. I just think this would be really nice if I can paint it that deep espresso and then put some of those stems in there that I found in my garage from last year. So let's hope. And then I'm gonna have to take all this off. This guy right here, I like this, but this is not how I want my TV to be. So I'm gonna have to redo that. But once again, that's not what this video is about. So let's get to the decorating. Okay, so I'm gonna add some of my pillows to my bed. Right now I just have all kind of pillows on my bed. So I'm gonna take these off, which I really like. I've really enjoyed these pillows. But without having my headboard, I just stuffed a bunch of stuff there just to kind of take up the space for not having a headboard. So let's remove some of these guys and replace it with some other things, more fall-like.
Oh.
Look at that. They left a tag. I can't use these right now. Dang it. They left it. I can't believe this. I bought these last year. I hate when they do that. Okay. I'll have to come back to that. I'm annoyed. Okay, you guys, I am so bummed right now because my two pillows that were to go on each side of these pillows are infused together by somebody's. Oh, this happens to me so often. They're always, usually in my curtains, where somebody forgets to take these things off, and whenever I beep and I take it back in there, and then they swear they can't find it. They're searching and searching and they can't find anything. I am so annoyed. And I bought these last year, so I hope they don't give me any slack because it's gonna be a fight. To be honest, I doubt it because they know me so well in that store because I basically live in there all the time, and I'm always buying and returning things, so surely they won't have a problem. But anyway, isn't that so cute? Oh my goodness. At least I think so. Okay, let's do it.
Going. Arm, arm.
Hi, Hudson. It's starting to feel like the feeling. Hi, Guy. Do you like the room so far? Hudson says he approves. Okay, so it's just kind of a quick overview. I'm starting to kind of feel it. It's that wall over there. It seems so bare. I don't know what to do with it right now. I'm thinking, but I'm gonna hone in over here where this plant is, and I have, let's see, these pumpkins that I found in my garage. And I'm hoping that maybe they might look good over there in some form or fashion. So that's my next move. All right, so on second thought, instead of putting, because there's already so many florals in here, I think I'll probably find myself a nice throw or some pillows to sit right here. These are the ones I'm going to have them remove the tag from, but I'll put a nice throw or pillows or something over there instead of any more florals, because I think I have enough flowers or florals and stems in here for now. I wouldn't mind putting one more candle. Can you overdo candles? I know groups of three is usually good, but sometimes I can catch myself overdoing things. But I have a brown one that I would like to put right there. That might not be a good idea because of the leaves, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and right here, I need one more. I wouldn't mind having another picture with a fall theme that was rectangular so that I can, this won't be by itself. It'll just, I think it would accentuate that a little bit more, but it then could be a little bit too much. So I would have to see the visual actually happening before I can make a judgment call on that. So I'm going to probably run out to some of the stores maybe tomorrow and see what they have available. So I wanted to go through these before I end the video. There's a few other items that I have. I forgot about actually because I had stuff sitting on top of the basket. But I bought this basket a lot earlier and now I think I want to change it for something darker in color. And I am positive that I have some baskets already here somewhere that I could probably use, but I'm going to have to go on a hunt. So let me dig through here and then we'll see what we have. Oh my goodness, I forgot. So I got these probably about 3 weeks ago. But you guys, when fall comes around, a lot of people think of mums and pumpkins first. I think of foxes. And I think it's because when I lived in Maryland, there were always these cute little foxes that would be running around in my yard at nighttime. They were, I guess they're like nocturnal animals. I heard if you see them in the daytime, you should beware because, yeah, they could possibly be rabid or something because you usually only see them at night. I don't know if that's true, but at least it was for me in Maryland. But yeah, I have these two foxes. And in my storage over the years, I've collected so many foxes, but we've moved so many times. I don't know where any of them are at the moment. So I wanted to use gold accents in the bedroom. And so I thought that these would probably be really nice. So once again, I have to remember not to overdo it. What I really want is my bookshelf because I could use some of these items on my bookshelf to, so it could have its own space without being too cluttered in the room. So I'm going to make that my goal. But let's see what else is in here. Okay, so what I ended up finding was, yep, two foxes. And looks like I went on a candle spree that day. I remember buying them now. This one I loved. I don't remember. Let me see what it smells like. Oh, it smells lovely. It smells really good. Sometimes I'll pick up candles just for the aesthetic. They don't necessarily have to smell good, or they don't have to be all that appealing to me because I'm not going to burn them anyway. I just buy them for their aesthetic. But these actually smell really good. These are all home scent spies, by the way. So I have two of the vanilla brulee. And it looks like I must have been out shopping on one of these Florida days when it was just really hot outside. And they probably were in my car while I was shopping. And maybe that happened to them because they look a little wonky. But they are $12.99. This one, warm, what does it say? Warm and ambered. And this one is $16.99. And then I have a little baby here, pumpkin spice. Guys, you can't have fall without something pumpkin spice, right? So for everybody that hates to drink it or how it tastes, you can just sniff it from a candle. I guess if you hate it one way, you hate it always, huh? Let's see. Ooh, that smells really good. And this one, $7.99. Again, they're all home scent spies. Um, and then we have this throw, which I really like. But I think it seems more. I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be good for fall as well. And just keep it in a really light neutral color. You could definitely do that. I do. I like it a lot. I probably won't use it in this room, though. Maybe later, not now. Now that I dug out all the deeper colors and everything, and then this was there too. So, um, I wish this was like in a. I don't know. I might be adding too much color, but for some reason, I want a splash of green in here with the creams and the browns. Um, I would like to have like a splash of green, nothing major, just something small. I wouldn't mind having like a little throw that could be in that green, or maybe, oh, I don't know, a picture that has some of that green in it. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or not. I don't even know how warm this type of material, this fabric, this whatever it's made of would be, this waffle. I have um, some towels that are made out of, they look very similar to this. I mean, it actually feels like it could be kind of warm, but because it breathes so much, I'm not sure. What is it made from? 80% cotton and 20% polyester. I don't know. See care label for laundering instructions. But anyway, this was $49.99. And like I said, I bought all of this, I want to say maybe 3 to 4 weeks ago. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to run through here and see if I can find a basket so that I can exchange it for this one. This is a little bit too light for right now for what I'm going for. Well, for now, I could not find a darker basket. I do have other baskets, but they're way too big that are already here. But I did find this big fluffy guy from the throw I had from last year when I bought these pillows. Bought these pillows and two of these throws at the same time. So I think I will just use this to go into this basket that is too light for what I'm going for right now, just until I find the basket that I need. I just had a thought. Ooh, why is it so dark? Okay, this says that I only have 13% left. My power is going down. So, yeah, I went ahead and I put the blanket there for now. And I removed some things here. I'm going to have to find something to go under there to hide those cords. I may just remove everything. Could put some throws under there, roll throws. I mean, there's a number of things I could put under there. So I'm going to do that. So I did everything without changing my bedding. This is the same bedding I had for the spring and summer, but it was like a cream color. So, I mean, you could do whatever with it. Like I said, I am still in search of a bed that would fit the budget. But overall, I would say that it is really coming together with that good, cozy fall feeling. I think my husband's going to be quite surprised when he comes in because there was none of this here before he left. And he loves the fall as well as me and my children do. And so I think Hudson, let's see, my little huddy hud. There he is. Hi, boy. Ow. Good yawn. Is it all cozy in here for you too, Hudson? You like it? Aw, my big boy. I don't know where in the world Jaxie is. That's my little bad orange cat. But yeah, I love when it starts to. I don't even know what time it is, but I can tell the days are a lot shorter because it's just getting dim out there much more quickly than usual. So, um, yeah, I'm really liking these little stems here that I put together. I don't know if you can see it really clearly with the lighting coming in this direction. Yeah, I'm excited. So, oh, I'm sorry, bud. I am so sorry. Um, so still trying to decide if I'm going to keep these guys or not, but I'm going to do a gold accent. So I wanted to do a few picture frames in here, and these are the two that I have already. So if I could find, I don't know if I want to, a gallery wall. I don't know. I gotta think about what I'm going to do there, and also I need to think of what I'm going to do here because behind my lamps I don't have anything. I don't know if I'm going to use mirrors. I have so much stuff to do in there in that closet. So if you guys get a glimpse of that, that's another video. But yeah, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do with these, the space right behind my mirrors, and maybe even behind the bed. But I don't know how tall the headboard's going to be yet, so I don't want to put anything up there yet. But yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm excited. I do have this mirror here that I would love to be able to sit here so that when I am getting dressed, I can just stop right here and look in this area. I know that mirror is going to be too wide. The mirror probably will fit right around here. And this, I'm not using that panel right now, so it's really useless. It needs to be removed. So I might be able to lean my mirror up against this area for now. I can try that before I end the video. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Well, I have to say that I think it would look great there. I think it would look a lot better if it's hung rather than just leaned against the wall. So that might be an option. I may have hubby to hang it for me when he gets back. But the thing I also wondered about it is that with me wanting to incorporate a little gold, I wonder if I should look for a gold mirror to go right there instead of another piece of wood because everything in here is literally wood, 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 wood. And I think I broke it up a little bit at least with keeping the light colored curtains, which I need to add another panel to that window, and the bedding, the rug, and the lamps, and also the little storage that I have under here. So, excuse me. Yeah, it's still a work in progress, but I feel good. I'm happy with how it turned out so far. So, stay tuned for the conclusion whenever I can get it together. Um, I'm really enjoying the ambiance of having the low lights. I can't wait for evening time when we can sit down and have a cup of coffee or tea and relax. So, thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and um, come back. Just come back, okay? So we can finish up this project. It was fun. So I hope to see you guys in the next one. See you later. You guys be blessed. Bye bye.